All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. So Ben Johnson yesterday, 2 days ago, was hired by the Chicago Bears to be their official head coach, which absolutely sucks for Raiders Nation, but it's all going to be okay. I think everyone's kind of tired of these sexy hires. I think everybody in the Raiders organization, I'm sure the organization itself, but specifically the fans, I think everybody just wants to win. No matter who it is, no matter how they do it, let's just get back to winning. So the favorite now kind of seems like Pete Carroll. We'll talk about Pete Carroll in just a second here because, Ben Johnson just got hired. Liam Cohen he just got re-signed by Tampa Bay to be their offensive coordinator. They're going to pay him a fat bag, so he's not coming. So the coaching cycle is about to really ramp up here, and Las Vegas is going to go out there and get their guy. Now, I don't really want Pete Carroll. I wouldn't hate it. I want an offensive guy, and there's a bunch of different options they could decide to go with. Bobby Slowick, Joe Brady, Cliff Kingsbury, Todd Monken, even Mike McCarthy. I think Mike McCarthy over in Las Vegas, I think he gets a really bad rap. I would really like that. But Todd Monken's interesting because there was an article I read where the Raiders predicted to hire 3-time offensive coordinator as their next head coach, and this would be their plan B. But according to Sean Reed of The Athletic, their plan B is Pete Carroll. But according to the USA Today's Jacob Kamenker, he said he believes that the Raiders will hire Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken. So let's talk about this head coach and search. But before we do, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Raiders content. If we try and get this video, folks, to 100 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So Las Vegas has interviewed Monken, who has an impressive resume at both college and the pros. He led Southern Miss to a 9-5 season in his last year as a college football head coach, all the way back in 2015. He helped Stetson Bennett and the Georgia Bulldogs go to a national championship while he was their offensive coordinator. And he also led just now the Ravens to back-to-back top 5 scoring offenses since returning to the NFL. Now, the big thing, it appears, that's really shafting the Raiders, rightfully so, is the quarterback situation. Whether it's Gardner Minshew, whether it is Aiden O'Connell, seems like a lot of Raiders fans are really just completely enamored by Aiden O'Connell. I don't understand it at all. I hope Aiden O'Connell is a good quarterback, but to me, he's just hopefully the Raiders' backup for a very long time. I don't really care if there's not a generational QB in the draft. I don't care if there's no generational QB in free agency. I just saw a rumor report. So many predictions say Sam Darnold will be the starting quarterback for Las Vegas next season. I don't care if there's a generational quarterback available in the top 10. They need a quarterback, and it's not on the roster. That I just know that for a fact. We know that. Aiden O'Connell can be a good quarterback. If you gave him Ben Johnson, I'm sure Ben and Aiden could have cooked something up and they could have, figured it out, but it just doesn't get me going too much. So I think if you're looking for a Todd Monken or, Cliff Kingsbury, a Bobby Slowick, a Joe Brady, a Mike McCarthy, I think all of these guys need a quarterback, and they would prefer to go to an organization who has a quarterback so that 1 year from now they don't get effed like Antonio Pierce just got effed, or Josh McDaniels, or blah blah blah. Like, you get my point here. You don't have a quarterback, you're not going to win too many football games, right? We've seen this. I don't need to explain this to any Raiders fan watching this video right now, but it puts immense pressure on your coach because Mark Davis is sitting up there. They fired a coach every year for the last 3 years. Mark Davis is sitting up there and he's pissed off. He's waiting for wins, and the coach isn't delivering the wins. But we know it's like, all right, it's not just whatever. Enough rambling. This is where Pete Carroll comes in. Now, I do like Pete Carroll. He interviewed with the Chicago Bears, and he is believed currently to be the backup option for the Las Vegas Raiders, according to league sources. We know he's got such a great NFL resume, or just a great resume in general. He's been an NFL coach 3 times with the New York Jets in 1994, the New England Patriots from 97 to 99, and then most notably the Seattle Seahawks from 2010 to 2023. And he won a Super Bowl, and then he was also the head coach at USC from 2001 to 2009. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. The Raiders hired Jed Hughes from search firm Korn Ferry to help figure out their GM and head coach searches, right? Hughes helped replace Pete Carroll with the Seahawks in 2010, so there's a lot of familiarity there. Now, here's where I don't like this. Pete Carroll turns 74 next season. 74 years old. He would be the oldest head coach in NFL history. NFL history, the NFL's been around for a very long time. The oldest coach in NFL history. Okay, so to me personally, that gets me nervous for the future. I'm picturing like grandpa's grandparents, but I guess presidents are in that age range. I don't know. I don't know too much about that. Neither here nor there. My point is Pete Carroll's just old. But one thing Pete would do such a good job at is bringing the correct personnel in here. I do think he would be a very good job at hiring coordinators, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Actually, real quick, it seems like Patrick Graham might become head coach here for, Jacksonville. Anyways, Pete, the only knock I have with him is he's old, but he would bring stability to this team. And that's kind of also why a guy like Mike McCarthy piques my interest, because he's one of the most winning head coaches in the last decade. He dealt with an old, outspoken, pissed off kind of, just not groggy. You're in a bad mood. Why can't I think of the most simple word? Anyways, Brett Favre, an old aging Brett Favre who's just moody, right? Aaron Rodgers got a lot of opinions. Dakota Prescott, he's won around the NFL. So that's why Mike McCarthy is intriguing to me. Some other guys who could be of interest to Las Vegas or have already been interviewed: Robert Saleh, Ron Rivera, Coach Spags over in Kansas City, Vance Joseph. They've already interviewed Aaron Glenn, Spags, Saleh, Joseph, and Rivera. So I don't see any of those guys being the new head coach. And I think Aaron Glenn's about to be the Jets head coach anyways. But to me, man, like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't really necessarily care who it is, in the sense of, I think Todd Monken offensively would be awesome. I think Pete Carroll just systematically, just stability wise, would be awesome. I think Cliff Kingsbury would be amazing. I think Bobby Slowick would be amazing. I wouldn't be pissed off at all if it was like Mike McCarthy. I'm just sick of losing. And I know every other Raider fan out there is as well. So whoever it's going to be, I'm sure in the next couple of days, we'll figure it out. Tom Brady was just on the herd, and I watched it, and I was hoping he was going to kind of spill some beans here. But I do have a better – I like the ownership group a lot more now that Tom Brady's a part of it. So I'm not really stressing it like, maybe the last couple of seasons. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know down below who you want the head coach to be for the Las Vegas Raiders. Peace.